like to call the meeting to order, please. Johanna, would you please read the statement of compliance?
The notice requirements of the Open Public Meeting Act for this meeting have been satisfied. A copy of the annual meeting notice was sent to the Atlantic City Press, Star Ledger, posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, the municipal website, and filed in the office of the municipal clerk. Please turn off all electronic devices.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Johanna, would you please read the roll?
Mayor Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg,
I am here.
Commissioner Horn,
So I just want to start by letting everyone know Commissioner Horn could not be with us for the 6 o'clock meeting as she has back to school night at Thai School tonight. Okay, we will start with the approval of minutes from the September 7th, 2023 regular and workshop capital meetings. Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
Mayor Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg.
Yes.
Do we have a motion for the approval of the September 12th special meeting and closed session?
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
Mayor Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg.
Yes.
So I just want to also let everybody know that our first meeting scheduled for October 5th, will be canceled, and there will be a special meeting held on October 2nd for bill payment and claims. I will now open the floor up to public comment. If anyone has any comment, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address.
Hello, Jeff Weinrich, 11 South Adams Avenue. Again, I come in peace as a friend of the community. I've addressed the last administration last year, and I just wanted to, I know Mr. Mayor, you might be aware of this now, have some issues with the Wawa, with the noise there. I wanted to thank the chief and Captain Cashin and Ken for all the help with this issue. It goes in ebbs and flows. I think maybe they changed management, maybe there's different vendors, but there's issues like the early morning trash pickup and the early morning deliveries. On Monday night at 11 o'clock p.m., they had a power washing at the Wawa, and this went on until after midnight. And I live in the tan building behind the golf course, so literally my bedroom is right there. It's like when I moved there, they didn't have the side lot; they had a house there, and they knocked that down. So I've been there for about 20 years, just wanted to keep it to the attention of the administration and see if there's anything they can do. Wawa just says there's nothing they can do. They come when they come. I don't know if that's, I'm not asking for nothing to happen, but between 10 and 7 when the noise ordinance should be 50 decibels, I just hope that they would do that and not purposely schedule a power wash at midnight. So that's all. I just ask if there's, keep it in your attention if there's anything you can do through the ordinances. So thank you.
Great. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, I will discuss with the chief what our options are for you. Thank you. Do we have any more public comment?
Hi, Kathy Heitzman, 22 South Adams Avenue in Margate. I just wanted to comment, and I'm sorry our public works person isn't here. We had that hot area this summer. Those flowers were magnificent, and when he just announced that they're taking them down because of the storm, throughout all of that, all our flowers died, and they maintained them so well everywhere in the township, and I just wanted to thank them for that, plus the beaches, because I have friends that live in Longport. They don't do anything like we do in Margate, so I just wanted to compliment those guys on that, and I didn't want to get up the other meeting because it had nothing to do with that. Also, I just had a quick question. I don't know how many years ago it was, but there was supposed to be a charging station put in by a federal grant. and I think it went by the wayside, so I was just wondering if you're going to bring a charging station in for public use at any point in time.
Yeah, so first of all, with the flowers, I'll pass
Thank
that on
you.
to Public Works for you.
And if they want some, what are they going to do with the flowers? The hanging ones? They're beautiful.
I don't know. I will, certainly reach out, but you could stop by the Public Works office on Benson if you want to talk to Pat directly, and he's usually
Oh, and
there.
I also wanted to say the September 11th ceremony was magnificent.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Very sad, and it was, I thought it was pretty well attended.
Yes, I will agree. It was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, so as far as the charging station, Scott, do you know anything about a grant?
I do.
I'm not.
Remember one
Yeah.
time, and maybe Chief, you can throw in on this one too, or Commissioner Blumberg, they did talk about some type of grant for charging stations. Now, I don't think we ever went forward and did that.
I believe we talked about it, and there were
Yeah.
some locations discussed, but there was no real good location.
There was never a final,
There was never a final, so I think I believe the city opted not to take the grant at that time because we couldn't find
We
any place
need
that was
a
visible.
lot of space
Yes.
for this charging station.
And-
And we had looked at, even in this lot,
Yes,
right,
it
Matt?
needs multiple spots
Yeah,
for the charging station, I think, to fit the grant requirements. And
Yes.
it was just very hard, and then we thought, I believe the library, if we were to do it, it was kind of an out-of-the-way spot, so how could we even get it so people knew where to go?
you're correct.
Yeah,
So
so,
that's what it was.
so again, we just kind of passed on it at the time,
We
but
did.
with the influx of electric vehicles anymore.
Plus, it might not be so stringent because it had something to do with the
The
overall
footprint,
square
the
footage,
footprint.
which
Yeah.
we couldn't really come up with.
Yeah.
But
So
maybe we-
Kathy, thank you for bringing that up, and something we will certainly look into.
Yeah, there's other issues to it.
Because you got a Tesla, so you can put it in your private home, so they may have made it so it's smaller.
Right. Okay, great. Thank you.
I have friends that come down, or they have to go
Call on
over
me.
to Northfield to charge.
Great, thank you. Ken, did you have something you
I
wanted
do.
to add?
I know a little bit about this because in my other career at Lansing Electric, I was involved in this and with the city of Margate. So yes, there was grant money, not a lot of grant money. It was not even it was going to cover very little of an installation of even one charging station. The other issue was, I know Chief mentioned location, also service. You have to have a particular service, for the charging station, especially if you're going to have multiple charging stations, because then you're getting into upgrading the service. What kind of service you're going to put in? How much is that going to cost to put the service in? That sometimes that's $10, $20, $30, $40,000 for new service. So where's your break even? Where's the money coming from? And you're going to have a third-party provider. That's what Beach Haven does. That's what Ship Bottom does. Long Beach Township, they have multiple units at their municipal buildings. Okay, and they have a third-party provider where you'll go in with your credit card, debit card, and pay it. And then once a quarter, they get a check from the third-party provider. So there's a lot of layers to it, and it's just not as simple as money coming in and.
there's always the pickleball courts.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ken. We'll pretend we didn't hear that. All right, is there any other public comment? All right, is there a motion to close public comment?
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
Mayor Collins?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
All right, we will now open for public comment on the resolutions on tonight's agenda. So if anyone has any comment on the resolutions on the agenda, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address. Seeing that there are none, is there a motion to close public comment on resolutions?
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
Mayor Collins?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
Johanna, will you please proceed with the reading of the resolutions?
May I have a motion for resolution number 209, 2023, authorizing bill payment and claims?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Mayor Collins?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion for the consent agenda, which consists of resolution number 210, 2023 through 218, 2023?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Mayor Collins?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
Maury, anything?
Nothing.
All right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
Mayor Collins?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.